as we await the dawn of 2013, we at Brand Equity decided to highlight 3 movements, forces or brands, call them what you may, that will take center stage in the new year. We're calling it the 3 A's that will define 2013. Let's move to the first. Brand Equity's pick for the first A that will create quite a stir and even gain a lot of momentum is none other than the Aam Aadmi Party. The Aam Aadmi Party, under the stewardship of Arvind Kejriwal, is now a reality. And though most political leaders and parties are not attaching much importance to this new kid on the block, we believe it would be rather naive of them to rule out the Aam Aadmi Party completely. The reasons are very obvious. The impact of Anna Hazare's movement is unparalleled in post-independent India, and the participation of crores of people across the country is only telling of the restlessness and the cumulative angst of the nation. 2013, we believe, will be the tipping point for the Aam Aadmi Party, and you cannot deny its timing is impeccable. We're betting on several factors that will make the Aam Aadmi Party one of the defining brands of the new year. Tara Kapoor tells you why.
Be it scams, the questionable behavior of Indian politicians, or the collective angst of the nation, we believe that the core reasons behind the formation of the Aam Aadmi Party aren't going anywhere in 2013, and this will just solidify the positioning of the party in the new year.
Take the example of an Imran Khan in Pakistan, who in some ways had a similar, sort of a movement. You look at the first election that he won, he was ridiculed. Your best hope is to be a spoiler, to reform the system not by winning, but by being an irritating, inconvenient presence.
Reason number 2 is the fact that the Aam Aadmi Party currently caters to the urban middle class, a section of society that has long been ignored by almost every political party. In 2013, the first test of the Aam Aadmi Party will be in the national capital, Delhi.
Right now we're concentrating on Delhi. We're looking at all the assembly seats, really, and we're looking at just finding more and more good leaders, finding more and more volunteers, maximizing their efforts in understanding the concept of Swaraj and taking it further.
देश भर में संगठन का काम चल रहा है और दिल्ली में हमें ऐसी उम्मीद है कि पार्टी सरकार बनाएगी। आम आदमी का गुस्सा कांग्रेस और बीजेपी से बहुत ज्यादा बढ़ चुका है और अगले 1 साल में हमें लगता है कि पूरी लहर एक देशभक्ति की पैदा होगी और उससे एक बड़ा परिवर्तन आएगा।
And finally, the Aam Aadmi Party will literally be empowering people, as candidates contesting elections from several districts across the country will be voted by the people themselves. These unconventional policies will keep the media spotlight on the AP throughout the new year.
आम आदमी हर कॉन्स्टिट्यूंसी में वहां जो सक्रिय वॉलंटियर्स हैं वो मिलकर के कैंडिडेट का चयन करेंगे। उनका जो कैंडिडेट होगा उसका प्रचार करने हम जाएंगे, न कि हमारा कैंडिडेट होगा और जनता हमारे साथ आएगी। दूसरी बात जो हमने किया है कि एक परिवार से एक आदमी को ही टिकट मिलेगा। परिवारवाद का खात्मा जब तक नहीं होगा तब तक इसको बदला नहीं जा सकता।
And now to answer several pertinent questions, I'm joined by the protagonist on the face of the Aam Aadmi Party, Arvind Kejriwal, and advocate and national executive member of the Aam Aadmi Party, Prashant Bhushan. Thank you so much for joining me, gentlemen. So, Mr. Kejriwal, if I could pose my first question to you, could you talk about the formation of the party, the decision to move away from the IAC, and the ideological and political architecture of the party?
For the last 2 years, we've been part of the movement which was trying to get a strong anti-corruption law enacted in the country. The government failed the people, the government cheated the people. Finally, there was absolutely no option left but to enter politics. Now, once we are in politics, once we have launched this political party, we've been saying that this is really not a party, it is a movement. The next elections in Delhi as well as the Lok Sabha elections will not be ordinary elections. The elections will be turned into a movement.
Right. So what is the positioning that the party has taken for itself, and what are the plans to ensure that the Aam Aadmi Party will pick up momentum in 2013? Not to say that you haven't done enough in 2012.
We have to inevitably go beyond the issue of corruption and take up positions on some of our fundamental issues facing this country, such as agriculture, agricultural policy, labor, some other important economic policies. But the main ideology of this party is that it is committed to what we call decentralized direct democracy, which means that we believe that real democracy should mean that the power to make decisions on policies and laws should be vested with the people and not with just the elected representatives of the people. And therefore it is not necessary for us as a political party to take up a party position on each and every issue.
Mr. Kejriwal, a significant change that we noticed was the identity shift from Main Hoon Anna Hazare to Main Hoon Aam Aadmi. The movement shifted from being all about the man to becoming a collective force. Can you explain the shift and why is it so important for the Aam Aadmi Party?
Actually, this is a slogan which is a challenge to the VIP culture that we have today. And especially in the light of this gang rape case. Every single VIP enjoys huge security cover. But there's no security cover for Aam Aadmi. And that is what we want to challenge.
But Mr. Kejriwal, you have to agree with me that there is a huge perception around the Aam Aadmi Party with your frequent exposés that, your modus operandi seems to be that of attack to get visibility and that, you have yet to present your manifesto. What would you say to that?
I think two things really set us apart. One is, it is very, very clear in the minds of the people that those people are corrupt and these people are not corrupt. This is very clear. This is the dividing line between them and us. Second is that most of the people in this country today believe that these people are very courageous. इनको डर नहीं लगता. बड़ा साहस है इन लोगों में. रॉबर्ट वाड्रा के खिलाफ भी बोल देते हैं. मुकेश अंबानी के खिलाफ भी बोल देते हैं. They're not scared of speaking against anyone.
No, I don't think that that's a serious criticism. I think most people and the common people in this country were quite interested in learning about these exposés because our exposés were to expose systemic problems in our system.
Mr. Kejriwal, have you thought about the Aam Aadmi's communication strategy to reach out to the millions of Indians over the next year, because it's clearly going to be a year that's going to be very critical to you? And if you could also shed some light on how you will implement this.
And obviously technology would play a very critical role in this also, as technology has played a critical role in India against corruption, and government will always do whatever they can to limit our capacity. For instance, SMS played a very critical role. But twice earlier, you remember last year, the government tried to scuttle that by putting 200 SMS per day per phone number limit on the SMSs. And we took this matter to the court and we won. Now the SMS cost has been increased almost 10 times. Facebook would play a very critical role, Twitter, Facebook, all the social media would play a critical role, emails would play a critical role. I think it is a content of communication, which if it is communicated honestly, then I think it automatically goes viral.
Mr. Kejriwal, where and what is the Aam Aadmi's manifesto? What are the main issues you are going to be focusing on in 2013?
I think corruption and rising prices. These are two things which would be most central.
Well, thank you so much, Arvind Kejriwal and Prashant Bhushan, for joining us right here on Brand Equity, and we wish you all the best and lots of luck in 2013 with all your political ambitions. Well, on that note, it's time for a short breather, but up next we bring you the second A that will be a force to reckon with in 2013. Stay with us.